hey, we're going to pack some orders, so get up. No, I'm just kidding. You can sit down. You can just keep doing whatever you're doing. Don't worry about it. I'm going to get up, though. And I'm going to complain. What am I complaining about? Oh, that I have to do labels. Which, of course, I do. I just forgot. And the reminder made me mad. I'm also writing my note. Okay, take it back a notch. On all the original orders, I like to write a little note and say, thank you so much. And then I put their name and I say, love Katie. But you can never really read it because it's a scribble, but it's my scribble. Anyways, I like to use my fun markers too. So there I go. And as I'm doing it, I'm entering in the order number, compiling all of them together so I can go through, make sure all the weights are correct, which you will see what happens with that. And then we print the labels. We're just having a fun time. We are. Me and my saggy ponytail. That's right. Yeah. I also forget to, I was trying to print an order slip for something that wasn't, because I only pack originals now. Because my mom works for me, so she does all the other orders. And here's the thing, okay? I was like, I couldn't figure it out. I was like, oh no, I am too distant from my business. I don't know how to make an order slip. But it's okay, I figured it out. And I'm thankful that she can help me and I can focus on originals. Here you can see, I would select everything. Took me so much time, go through each one because they're never set up right. So I have to go through each one and make sure everything's right. And then it kept kicking me out. I would do all of them and I'd get on a random one where I was almost done. And it would say, oops, sorry. I forgot what it said, but basically it was something about the connection or, I don't know, the Wi-Fi was working everywhere else. I'm laughing, I'm screaming, I'm laughing at a Brittany Broski YouTube video, but I'm screaming at the computer. And, that's a lot of emotions at play here. Now I was crossing my fingers because I was like, okay, if it doesn't do it this time, I'm throwing the computer in the garbage. I told it that at one point. That's my go-to. I'll say, I'm going to throw you off the side of the road right now. I wouldn't do that. See, I'm freaking out. It's so frustrating. And Shopify always does this to me. Something stupid happens. And I'm like, please, let me live my life. Oh, thank goodness they did. Here we go. We made it. Is that the interesting part of packing orders? No. But if I have to suffer through it, so do you. Here I am. We're awkwardly fumbling the labels together. Obviously I'm thankful for all these orders. I just am a complainer. It's what I do. And I also, I get it in my head that I'm like, okay, I'm going to pack orders. And so when I got in there and I had to do the labels first, I was like, this is it. I can't take it. But you know what? I can. And it's okay. It's not that serious. It's just what it is sometimes. I'm dramatic and a complainer. It's who I am. I stand by that. Now here is the first frame I'm packing up. Look at her. She's a tropical. See, I did that one tropical leaves with the gold, of course, because it's very gold, and the edges of it looked like shells. So that's why I did that. Look at this one. I wanted to do it to match. So I did black outlining with gold pin on top. Do you see it? I was like, oh my gosh, it matches. I kind of did that. So this is the originals I've had sitting around, and it was the framed originals where I thrifted frames and I just like made art to go in them, and I'm selling them together. I've been wanting to do that. Same with the seashells. I painted a bunch of them and then just had them sitting around because I don't know, I just get in this, I get stuck sometimes, or I get in my head that I need to make more, and so I have to wait, but then I'm like, no, you don't. You really don't. Also, summer's almost over. Did you hear my wrist pop? Summer's almost over, get these out of here. And also, anyways, and there were also a few others that I hadn't listed. So I gathered all those up the previous day, announced it on the same day, and then the restock was later that night, and it worked out really well. So look at these guys. Aw, they're the shells. I already put them in boxes, so you don't get to see those. Unless you saw the other video of all the shells I painted. I showed you there. But it went well. I'm so glad. All the frames sold and all the shells sold. Here's my favorite one. I was like having a hard time parting with the frames. I'm not joking. I did keep some for myself. So I just have to tell myself, hey, like, what are you gonna do? Hoard all your art? Yeah, a little bit. But also just like, oh my gosh, just sell it. Sell it. You know, sell it. But yeah. I lost my train of thought while I was yelling at myself. And anyways, after I listed those, a huge weight just lifted off of my wide set shoulders. I was about to say little shoulder because I always say that, like, off my little shoulders. But then I was like, wait, they're not little. They're not, and that's okay, girl. Hey, it's all right. Hey, look at this one. Oh, look at the detail. Are you kidding? Are you kidding? Just look at me lovingly gazing upon them. You know? I adore them. I really do. And so I tried to find the most at Goodwill. I just didn't go to Goodwill as much, and I got obsessed with eBay. We talked about this in my frame video. But I've banned myself from ever buying frames again because you should see the boxes I have of them still, and I'm like, oh goodness. And there's kind of a lot that goes into these. I have to like make sure that the frame is functioning because sometimes I get them and they're just like so crusty that I'm like, okay, all right, the back of this doesn't work and it's falling off. Cool, thank you so much. Thank you. Also, some people sell them without the backs. And which I don't get those because I'm like, okay, what do you want me to do with that? You know, where's the back of it? I just think that's interesting. But I will say I've seen on TikTok and Pinterest people make little frames without backs, or if they do, I saw one lady, hers didn't have backs, and she just like glued the picture or taped the picture to the back of the frame as the back, and then put a magnet on the back of that. As a little framed print on your fridge, and I keep wanting to do that, and I keep not doing that. But here we are. Oh, so that was a big order. Shout out to Brianna, or Brianna, whichever way you say it. You're awesome, and I've noticed her name before, and I do notice names with original restocks. I have my people that I'm like, I know you. I also just get so curious and nosy, and I want to know what people are doing with them. And like, especially when they get a lot of things. Also, look at this cat. Aw, she's so cute. I want to do more of these. I found these plates that had cats on them with just like detailed little, not really, but flowers in them. And I was like, I'm gonna do that with my flowers. And then I kind of went overboard with that. I want to try it with maybe less going on, but I still love that one. It just wasn't the vision from the start. Moving on. What was I talking about? I don't know. Who's to say? Not me. I am watching YouTube in the background. That's a Curtis Connor and Danny Gonzalez and Drew Gooden podcast. They watched this like rap battle video for so long, and I was like, hey, what are we doing? But just them laughing. I wasn't paying attention, but just them just cackling at what they were saying and the video was making me laugh. So I was like, y'all keep doing what you're doing. Here's a rhinestone little canvas. Hey, little guy. Those are the bejeweled ones. They're also ones that I had laying around. There are a few canvases and some paper ones. Also, back to Brianna, who she bought a bunch of the little frames, and I envision a little gallery wall with all my little frames. Maybe she's gifting some of them or putting them in different places. But yeah, I think about it, you know? I just think about it. When I think about it, and I say, okay, move on. I am so thankful that people love my art. I really am. And it blows my mind. I say, what? That's crazy. Also, watch me be stupid right here. Oh, you're dumb. You're so stupid. It's okay. I really inspected it to make sure that these things are heavy duty. All right? No need to worry. Everything's fine. Put those in those little jewelry boxes. I have those from when I did ornaments, and they're just perfect for everything. You know, you just keep them safe in there. Extra safe. Okay, also, you know how I said I bought a house? Well, I've moved in, and I think the last time I talked about it, I hadn't moved in yet. And boy, oh boy, I've never lived alone, and I am just truly so close to my parents' house, which I love. So it's not that scary, but I was scared anyways. And I also have an alarm system that is connected to my phone, and I'm like checking the cameras. I hear a noise, I check my cameras. Oh, nothing? Okay. When I tell you, I check them every night before I go to sleep. Every time I wait for it, always loads. Also, look at those paintings. It doesn't matter. Let's keep talking. This is my podcast. Every time I check the cameras, I expect someone's face to be like really close to the camera, or someone just swinging on the swing on the front porch. Every time. There never is, but I expect it. But why do I expect it? I don't know. I do, though. I do. I'm like, there's going to be a face there. It's going to be really scary. I'm preparing myself for it now. Oh, there's nothing there? Oh, okay. Cool. The first night I slept in the new house, I was unwell, and I did cry myself to sleep. You know, as one does. And as you should, I think. I love having my own space. I really do. It is just weird. It's weird, but yeah. And precious Ella, my cat Ella, the white cat, she usually sleeps under my bed the most, especially like at night. And those first few nights, she was beside me the whole entire night, and I was just like, thanks, Ella, because she was probably like, hey, what the heck are we doing, you know? Oh yeah, because I talked about in one of those videos, I talked about about her and moving and how that's better. I brought the dogs over today, and you know what they do? They look for everything they can destroy, and that's fair, I guess. You know, new pillows, fun. Let me tear that up. How about you don't do that, please. Don't do it. Yeah, but I just bring them over. I still take care of them during the day. I'm at my old house because my paint room is still in there every day. And, yeah, if I don't take care of them all day, like if my parents are off and I don't have to be over there, I come later at night, and then we always play card games. So the first couple weeks, I just went over there every night and we played card games, and then I would leave. So I'm very thankful to have them right there, because I am a scaredy cat and I want to be together. Also, this wasn't the first night I stayed. It was another night that I cried myself to sleep. But I was crying about my siblings, and I just sometimes get sad about how we're not, together anymore, and we used to do everything together, and it's just not like that anymore. And the next day, as one does, and the next day, Taylor Swift's Speak Now, Taylor's version came out. I'm listening to it on my TV because I learned how to connect Spotify to it. It's amazing. I'm dancing, I'm having fun. And do you know what comes on next? Never Grow Up. I'm sobbing. Okay? First of all, too real for me right now. Please. Her nostalgic, sweet songs. It's that one. And the one about her mom. Oh, is it 15? No, it's not 15. Is it? No. Oh, it's The Best Day. Best Day? Yeah, that's what it's called. Now, The Best Day, that, truly I cannot listen to it. I cannot listen to it. I will immediately sob. I'm not kidding. It wraps up the nostalgia of just being, oh my gosh. People act like she has no range with her songwriting, listen, it's not all love songs, baby. That is, it's such a good song. Anyways, I was sitting there not eating the crust of my toast while crying about never growing up in my grown-up house. And it was a truly beautiful moment. It was. Now I'm reading the lyrics of Never Grow Up, and I shouldn't have started doing that, okay? When she's talking about her mom's getting older too. And don't lose the way that you dance around in your PJs getting ready for school. Hey! Stop. Take pictures in your mind of your childhood room. Memorize what it sounded. That gives me chills. Memorize what it sounded like when your dad gets home. Remember the. Oh, okay. Hey. Woo. Whoa. And all your little. I'm gonna start crying. What have I done? Are you kidding? That is like. Oh, it just like punches me in my gut. Also, what was that bun I made? Don't talk about it. It gets a little better once I pull pieces out. I usually just leave the tail hanging, but I tucked it in and it looks like a little just saggy lump. Anyways, I've always been in the moment crying about something that's gone that's still here. I've done that since I was a child, you know? So I feel like I appreciate moments, but there's still moments that I just like, oh my gosh, yeah, you're so right, Taylor. Oh my god, don't take it for granted, is there? Yeah. So, and I think that's my journal. I've been doing a journal of my favorite things for each month, and that includes songs, books, truly whatever, and like TV shows, whatever. And most of them are moments. I just take like pictures of moments of, like, I took one of eating lunch with my mom while we were shopping. I was like, I want to remember this. I'm not gonna make a big deal about it. I'm not gonna have a photo shoot, but I'm just gonna take a quick little picture, snap a little picture of our food because I want to remember. And I really think I'm gonna just love having that, and I want to keep it up, that journal, because I include the pictures, and then plus I just love journaling and tearing up paper and gluing it in an artsy way on a page. So I don't know how we got here, but I'm also screaming and crying to Dear John, I think, right here. If you ever just yelled that song, it's truly freeing, and it's just amazing. It is. Also, here's the last little frame to pack up. She is fun. I see how I matched her to the like little pattern that's already on the frame. She's so fun. That frame is very like early 2000s ish. And I love it, girl. I love it. Let's wrap this up, shall we? Well, we still have a few minutes. I finally finished a painting that I don't know when I started it. I need to look. It doesn't matter. You'll see the video eventually. But I started it and I was like, here I am fixing the bun and dancing. And here are some Bejeweled paintings. I love them. She got all 3. Anyways, I started this painting and truly just, sometimes you just can't make yourself finish something or just keep working on it. And it's got to sit on the shelf for a while, and that's just part of the process, and it's got to sit and be abandoned for a little while, and that's okay. But I also just have some new ideas. I want to do some journaling stickers. I tried that one time when I had a Cricut. I hate the Cricut. I want to burn it to the ground, and whoever created it needs to pay. I'm just kidding. I mean, I do feel that strongly about hating the Cricut. Hate it. Anyways, there was just something wrong with it constantly. It was so finicky. It was so, I want to fight it just thinking about it. Anyways, journaling stickers. I want to maybe try doing like scrapbook paper with my designs, because I love using that in my journal, and it makes it so easy to just dress up a fun little page, You just throw on some cute little patterned paper. And then also, I'm getting in some new notepads. I want to do a sale when those come in. And I'm finally, that spark of excitement and for my business again, it's just been dead for a bit. So I'm excited. But I know that I need breaks sometimes, and that's just part of it. So it's just the ebb and flow. The ebb and flow of life and of creativity and business. Hey, look, we're almost done. Also, I like the color of my shorts and the color of my shirt together. Just threw that together this morning. I just threw it together. I slept terribly last night. What was up with that? I don't know. Who's to say? I'm going to try to fix it tonight. I don't know. Maybe take a bath. Maybe journal. Journaling right before bed always makes me go to sleep. I'm going to try that. And I didn't do that last night. Here we are with the boxes. The first half of all this we sent out the night before, so I don't have that with me. But here's these. Cool. Awesome. I'll see you later. Bye. Thanks.